If you have a street mentality, right, and you don't fix your brain to understand that, yo, this kind of mentality is not going to work, right, then it's going to happen again. And it's going to keep happening. Only, go back to Diddy and Cassie, right? We're just going to go there for a minute.
Right, yeah, I want to get into
I want to go back to Diddy and Cassie. You know what Diddy did? He brought the streets to the industry. That's what he did. He brought the parties that we party right to this day out here and all that to the industry, to California.
I gotta give him that.
He brought it there and he went on. But what usually happens with the streets? It turns into what? Chaos and anarchy. It turns that way. That's why the same street mentality he had, right? And he knew from the streets that he could throw parties, big parties, and people. He knew what attracts people. He know hip hop. He know what's going to attract people. You see what I'm saying?
All right, so you hit on it. That was the next subject, actually. The whole P.Diddy trial is on right now. It just started like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Now, let me say this first, right? They're making him look like a monster. This is my opinion. They're making him look like a monster. Maybe he is. I don't know. For years we heard, oh, he's part of the Illuminati and all this stuff. I never really got down with all that conspiracy Illuminati stuff. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I like what Umar Johnson said something interesting. He said, you know, because P. Diddy sued whatever liquor company, that this is like kind of a revenge.
He was also trying to do his own party. He was trying to get us to do the own party.
So, our own political party and everything. So this may be some kind of revenge from some wealthy people who got it out for P. Diddy, right? Now,
Could be.
My thing is this. I don't want to talk about him in particular, like on some gossipy shit, but my thing is try to find some positive that we could pull out, extract from the situation, because it's a situation and it has some similarities that everyday people face as far as domestic violence and everything. So I want to pull out some things that maybe we could pass on to our daughters. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I seen, or just hearing the whole commotion of that whole situation is, you know, Cassie, it's like I want to tell our daughters and our, you know, young girls, you know, like, if a man got you having sex with another man, most likely that's not the love you're looking for. Most likely he's not going to end up with you. You know what I'm saying? If he know that you're having sex with another man, he's not going to stay with you. So our young girls got to know that, and also for the girls that's trying to get in the industry, to know that, you know, some of them are so fiending to get in the industry. There's sex people to get in the industry and try to network that way through sex. And that also got to be discouraged with our young girls. Don't do that, because it's not the way. It's not going to lead you to the happiness you're looking for.
My theory on that, right? You know, unless FaZe you want to go first.
Okay.
But my theory on that is this. First of all, no matter what we say, right? Everything is manifest. It manifests itself. All this been done before, and it manifested, and it keeps going. Think about it. The same thing before this Cassie situation with girls in the street. Girls anywhere. You got dudes, you know, they tender dick dudes. They can't let go. See, dudes talk about they tough, they rough, they come from the hood and all that. But a lot of guys is tender dick. You know, that's why I tell you, I'll kill you over my girl. You'll kill me over a girl? And it's 1,000 girls, that tells you something. Right there. Right? That tells you. I'm just showing you something.
If you gotta beat him, you don't need him.
Right. So what I'm saying like this, when money, I told you one time, Mike, money, women, and power is the most strongest thing, well, other than water and fire and earth and all that. Other than those resources, those three things is the most a powerful thing on this planet. Money, power, pussy. Yeah. You don't even have to have money. Just be around enough pussy and watch the shit you do. Watch how you transform. You'll transform your own man.
It's really pussy, though.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not even money, because what happens when...
If you get money, look, I won't keep it 100. Puff don't look all that. I'm not trying to say I look, I'm just saying it from a man's point. Puff ain't no real... I mean, You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't remember what R. Kelly said in this record? You don't remember what 50 said in this record?
Okay.
If I didn't have this, would you fuck with me? Half of them wouldn't even fuck with them. They would. I'm Fat Joe. Come on, think about it.
Right.
I'm not trying to denounce them. I'm telling you what it is. Half of them a girl wouldn't even think about looking at them.
So you
when
saying
you
because
go in
it's
that
money,
industry,
right?
And you got money and power like that.
Okay.
Listen, you don't remember with R. Kelly, the lady really basically sold her daughter to R. Kelly. She basically pushed her to him.
Yeah, that's true.
And her daughter was underage. She pushed her to him. Why? Because money, power, that relinquishes all the rightful and the righteous thoughts of what you're supposed to do. Because see, if you fucked up and they not, right, you don't want to live that way.
So is there anything we can do to fix that or change that?
Knowledge is born. When you bring knowledge to the table, no matter listen, these kids may do the things they do, but these kids are not stupid because you can see they're not stupid. They do stupid things. It's not they stupid, they just do stupid things. You see what I'm saying? We all have. But a lot of them is knowledgeable. How the hell you know about a goddamn switch and all? I don't even know about a fucking switch. You know, I'm just showing you something. So you know they kind of knowledgeable. But what it is if you put somebody in a situation with a P.Diddy, you heard what Cassie said? She said when she first got with him, she said the aura was so powerful. She thinking she a star. She go to this dude make her stardom look this small. It's just the same. All this was going on when we was ghetto stars out here. Same thing. You had dudes beating up their girl, doing all that crazy shit, to her, and they was ghetto stars.
But this is something that I have to interject with Puffy, and let's go back with Puffy. So Puffy got in the industry thirsty. That's number one.
Ain't got into it.
And then so Andre,
which is
from our
Bronx,
projects, 1055 Rosedale Avenue.
Right.
Andre was already getting into these things that we didn't know about.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? We didn't know, and that's why he kind of distanced himself from Bronxdale, because he didn't want us to know the things that he get in, because he right there in our building and he in our project, and he don't want us to say, yo, Andre doing that?
Yeah, because at that time ain't nobody was jacking that.
Right.
We ain't jacking it now, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I heard some horror stories like Andre Harrell. Got some raw deals out here. Rest in peace to Andre Harrell, but
him and Russell Simmons and all of them was doing all that before Diddy came on the scene.
So now that Andre's in that circle, because it is a circle. Okay. It's a close-knit circle that makes a lot of these things work. So as Puffy is just like a kid. When you take a kid to a candy store, he gonna be like, yo, what can I get? What can I get? What can I get? Right. And so that's what Puffy did, but he ended up being in that circle that does those different things. That the hood will be like, yo, what's wrong with you? Why you doing that? So I'm giving that to Puffy. He was very naive when he came into the game. Okay. But then that's just like a girl. When you bust a girl out, she want that as much as she can get it, right? True.
And I believe,
keep it real.
You know what I believe? I believe Cassie, right?
Got busted out.
She was really in love with this dude, but when she seen the only way she could keep this dude is to go the way he went.
Right. But that's what I'm getting ready to say. That's what I'm getting ready to say. That's what I'm getting ready to say.
She got immune to that shit.
Right. This is what I'm getting ready to say. So Puffy started getting into that life and seeing that, okay, this is what brings this from this life, right? So once he started getting that, just like anybody, and that goes to anybody, once money start going, you can't just get money and then don't get it no more. That's how people go to jail, because they get money, and then they're not getting it no more. So they do something stupid to try to get that money back that they was doing from the jump street.
That's right. And
you see what I'm saying?
And allegedly, like we talking about, right? You got to remember one thing. Drugs alter the mind automatically.
That's what I was about to get
I gotta get to that. I'll get ready to get to that.
That is our downfall.
I'll get ready to get to that. I'll get ready to get to that. All right, so now he getting that money, right? And once he getting that money, he has access to all the different things that he didn't have access to, meaning the high-powered drugs, the drug connections. The drugs say that he can get this amount of stuff or whatever that he couldn't get before. So now he's mixing getting money with using drugs with everything else. And so we got people in the hood right now that never ever touch drugs. They wait until they 60 years old, and now they on drugs, because what happened was they didn't do it. They got something, and then now they're immune to it, and they're addicted to it, and so that's it.
Phase will tell you, even when we was kids, right? Now this is real. Same thing. There was girls out here, fine girls out here, that never messed with drugs.
Never.
They start getting with dudes like us, I gotta say us, right? That was in the streets hard, because people love bad boys. A lot of people just like bad boys. I don't know what the hell is that going on, this bad boy shit, but they like bad boys. Especially if especially if you opposite of that, right? It was girls that I would have never thought in my wildest dreams. Once they start fucking with them drugs, or they was getting money, they see we was getting money, they jump in the cars with us and all that.
Right.
They start, and they start getting a little high with us and all that, right? They start doing shit that was unnatural.
Right.
We like, yo, I didn't know this. And then, yo, she down like that? Yeah, yo, son, she did that for me the other day. And next thing you know, she's being, right, like Cassie was being transformed into something that she didn't even think she can do. Drugs is a powerful thing, man.
Right. Yeah, it is.
That shit can alter your mind.
Now,
man.
this is what I have to say on her part. So, imagine if you're just coming into something. You're just getting in a little bit of star power, just like us. Right. We started nothing, whatever, and then we started growing and growing and growing and growing like that. So imagine her just getting a taste of this new stardom, and then the threat is to, if you don't do what I tell you to do, you ain't gonna get no stardom. You're not gonna get nothing. And so she sees that. One of the things that they said on the text was, she said, allegedly, she said that she said that she's looking forward to the next jump off. Okay.
Immune to it.
So now, if she's saying that, we don't know what's behind that, because like we already saw the video. What if she didn't feed into his ego?
Yeah.
What was she going to get? Right.
You don't know what he would do.
What if she didn't feed into his ego and say something like that to make him feel like, okay, he's got the power?
And what about the 10 albums deal she had?
Right. Now, see, like,
a lot of things roll with that.
See, my thing is this, though, as far as the whole case itself, they throwing all this racketeering stuff, and it seems like they doing it just to take away his empire, just to take away his money. But the thing is this, they say sex trafficking. Now, my thing is this, if that's sex trafficking, and from my understanding, these are all consensual adults. They're all consenting adults. So if that's sex trafficking, then when are they going to start going to the foundation of all of this sexual deviance? Hold on. Okay. The foundation is pornography.
Yeah. Right.
So pornography is sex trafficking.
No. See,
you bring in prostitutes in to have sex? What's the difference?
I'm getting ready to tell you the difference. So that's just like a drunkard if you get a drunk girl, she don't know what she doing, and you fuck her, that's you fucked out, really, seriously, because you're not supposed to do that. Right. She doesn't know, she's not in her right mind. So the sex trafficking part means that if he gave her a Molly, or he gives a girl a Molly, she doesn't know what he's doing, and he's trafficking, he's having sex with another person, not him. He delivered that sex
because he gave it a drug.
Right.
But pornography, girls get high before
they. But listen, not only the trafficking, the trafficking also means that he gave his relationship to another man. Right. He gave his relationship, so he's trafficking her. He's trafficking her, saying that you have sex with my girl.
That's the definition of trafficking?
That's what it is. Yes, that's what it is.
But what is she considering?
My thing is
or the drugs taken away?
The drugs did that.
And I got a theory on it. Just something to take a look at. Allegedly.
Out of your mind. Out of your natural mind.
Allegedly, right? Why I think that they going that route, right, is because, first of all, prostitution never been...
it's the oldest...
Yeah, it always been there, but it's not legal. It's just like drinking in it. It's just like, wait.
I ain't go to that. You know why it's not legal?
You know why it's not legal?
Because they're not getting no money from it.
Right, exactly. No, I know that. But I'm just showing you why they going there, right? Mm-hmm. And then you look who they going there with. You got to understand his position and why they going there. If one thing about people, if they can't get you one way, they get you another way.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It might be things they can't get, allegedly, from what we hearing about with the Tupacs, the Biggies, and all.
Right.
They might can't get. So, what do people do? I'm not going to even say, what do people do? I can't get you one way, I get you another. Prostitution never been legal. So already, to them, he's like a pimp, prostituting his chick to somebody else. She goes, call people when they out of state and all that, and bring them in. So it's just like she being a madam. You understand what I'm saying? His madam. It's not working. It's not doing it. They not feeling that way, but this is how it's looking. Like she's his madam. And then she starts saying she was doing all this. So basically, she's his madam, right? If you put it not allegedly, right? So once
something to take a look at.
Yeah, just something to take a look at. Don't mean right, wrong, or indifferent. Just something to take a look at, right? It doesn't mean it now. She call it out of state. Prostitution ain't legal in this state, right? So you prostitute. That's how they look now. You prostitute. And all 4 and 5. If you look it up, it tells you that, right? In the how they break down the meaning of it, right? So now you go on getting people coming from each out of state, right? They pulling up. The escorts, you know,
escorts,
they pulling up, right? They busting her ass, right? Then they leaving. So yeah, to them, yeah, your sex trafficking, you're getting people from out of state and all that coming in. To them, it's the way it's going that's making it seem like, but they probably wasn't even thinking like that, right? They just was getting who they could get. They didn't care. They wasn't trying to really traffic. The way they looking at it, trafficking to them is like taking a bunch of girls from another country, putting them in a goddamn crate and swinging them over and then selling them off. See, that's how everybody looking at really sex trafficking. But if you really go to the meaning of it, it is getting somebody, paying for somebody to come out of state, come here, even though like your girl
they
might
do that with porn,
right? But that's
but
what
they do it with porn every day.
But see, that's what I'm saying.
Hundreds of our women, our girls, 18-year-olds signing contracts that they ain't got no business signing because they only 18, 19 years old.
Younger than that.
But check this out.
Probably younger than that.
Right now, on the internet, they have these rich people in Dubai and all of these things. And they're giving women thousands of dollars to pee on them, to shit on them.
It's in porn.
Right. Okay, so now, just think about it. And you really got to think about it. if you get the average girl in the hood that never even saw $1,000 at one time. They never saw $1,000 at one time. And then, and now you got somebody say, I give you $25,000. I give you $50,000.
Right. So isn't that dead wrong? Like what I'm saying, like as far as, I heard Trump, when he first was running for president the first time, I could have sworn I heard him say, he's going to do something about the porn industry. He said he would, one of his presidential, what would they call that? Was that he was going to do something about the porn industry, regulate it, regulate the porn industry or something. But so far, I haven't seen him do anything.
You know
and
what?
See, my thing is this. My thing is this. Hold up. All this stuff. I
think he got to straighten out himself first before he do anything. He got to take care of all of that stuff that he's wrapped up into right now before he even ventures into going into something.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. All of this stuff, right? The R. Kelly situation, right? The P.Diddy situation.
Yeah.
But sexual even the bare body, sexual deviance in itself. True or false? The foundation of that is pornography.
Yeah.
Most sexual deviants, I'm willing to bet, most sexual deviants watch pornography.
Hell yeah.
Right.
A fact.
All right, so
they watch pornography. So porn is the foundation of all of this stuff.
All this been said on back pages.